Okay, well, we're a few words in support of the exhibition of European lithography at the Harbin Museum of Printmaking. Lithography is the most recent of the printing techniques in certainly in Europe. Often screen printing is considered to be the most recent, but in fact screen printing, which is just a sophisticated version of stencil printing, was known in China as early as the Western Han Dynasty. So in terms of time, lithography is the most recent technique invented by the German Alois Senefelder in 1798 in Munich. And as the brochure accompanying the exhibition will undoubtedly explain, he was looking for a cheap method of reproducing playlists and sheet music. Now, lithography has a very particular quality which was unknown until Senefelder's time, that woodcut, which again predominated Chinese printing for centuries, and etching and engraving, both of which were incapable of reproducing halftones, grey areas. They were essentially black and white media. And what lithography was able to do was to very simply capture the halftone, somewhere between white and black, the greys of a particular image. The other advantage of lithography is that the artist was able to draw directly onto the stone. And so when the stone was processed and a print was taken, the print was an almost exact replica of the mark or the shape or the image that the artist had drawn. Now that is not the case with the woodcut or with etching and engraving, which are generally referred to as intaglio processes. The artist's drawing had to be interpreted by the block cutter, in the case of woodblock printing, and either the etcher or the engraver. And so the artist's language of drawing had to be, in effect, translated into the qualities and characteristics of the woodcut or the intaglio print. So lithography held great advantages, particularly in terms of brush drawing and crayon drawing onto the stone, both of which were able to be almost exactly replicated by the process. And as time went on, more and more artists were drawn to it, particularly artists like Bonnard, for example, the French Impressionist painter, who interestingly copied prints by the Japanese artist Hokusai into lithographs that we think of now as essentially French in quality, but in fact have a very strong Oriental influence. And one of the things that Bonnard did, which revolutionized lithography yet again, was that he dispensed with the key drawing, so the black drawing, which was necessary for woodcut and for etching and engraving, disappeared. And so areas of colour were able to be printed independently of a black structure or scaffolding. In more recent times, lithography has developed into photolithography and chromolithography, which with very sophisticated printing presses able to print 4 colours at once. And nowadays, the vast majority of printing material or printed material is manufactured using the photo offset. And so lithography has not only revolutionized and changed the language of the artist, but has been of great commercial value to the world in terms of relatively cheap full color reproduction.